Hey guys, Alan here. Just my annual videos of just a summary of, I guess, a quick summary of my life and lessons learned over the years. I will say that it's been another lackluster year, and I won't go into details, of course, but I'll say it's another lackluster year. But it's easy to get tunnel vision because of all these bad things, but you can't also forget about other things that you have going on in your life. You should be grateful for the food that is on your table. You should be grateful that you have a roof over your head and just some stable form of currency coming in, or just income, just some stable income coming in. Just certain things we take for granted, and yeah, I guess I'm guilty of being that kind of person that takes things for granted, and that's not the right thing to do. It's pretty bad, and like going after your dream is basically warped my baseline perception of what is good, in all honesty. And like you should be happy that you even have a job. You should be happy that you're not going through certain troubles in your life. Sure, like certain things didn't take off, but don't get so fixated on chapter 3 when chapter 4 is going to be held back because of just the fact that you didn't have chapter 3 go the way you wanted it to go. I was watching a documentary of kids that grew up in poverty, and one guy talked about how, man, he got a hand that he got dealt a bad hand. Yeah, that's life, you know. Sometimes you're just going to be dealt a hand that you don't want, but it's your hand nonetheless, and you're just going to have to make the most out of what you can with what you have. It also kind of ties in with a lesson from a former colleague of mine who said this: it's not so much what you know, but who you know. And I don't disagree with that. Like certain positions can be obtained because you know a certain person, and that's just life. It ain't fair. There's some people that are very much qualified to do a job. Not to say that I'm qualified for that one job that I wanted to do, but it is what it is. Some people live to work and others work to live, and I feel I am of the former. But it is what it is. I might come across something else in life that, you know, I'll feel very passionate about, and I would love to pour a lot of energy into. So that's, I guess, something to look forward to. You shouldn't label, I guess, you shouldn't label things as bad per se. It's just life. Like, you think you could go one way, but you go a completely different way. Just like with me trying to think of topics to talk of for this video. Like I go into one topic and I talk about another topic and add some other things, and that's like any other conversation, I suppose. For what I notice, like, it's all random. It's hard to predict. Life is just going to be that life. 2025 is just simply 2025. And 2026, I've heard people say it's going to be another bad year or whatever. 2026 is just going to be that, 2026. I don't know what's going to happen in 2026. All I know is I got stuff I got to do, so there's that. Don't have high expectations for things, and don't let things just distort your views. And it kind of goes back to like a Chinese story I've read of a very poor man that enjoyed a very tasty yam meal, and then once he became a very rich statesman, he had those same yams, and he said, "These don't taste as good as when I was a poor kid." And the man replied with, "It's not. I have not changed a single thing about this yam dish. It is your perspective that has changed." And I don't disagree with that. Like, I've allowed my perspective to get changed, and that's a terrible thing, objectively, for me at least. Like, don't let your just don't let things blind you from what is important. That is a roof over your head, food on the table. Yeah. Worry about I've seen one other YouTuber I've watched, Ben Mala. He had this to say, and that is, if you're a poor person, you shouldn't be thinking about trying to get rich. You should be thinking about how to become middle class. And then once you're middle class, then you could go ahead and think about being rich. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Now that I think about it, yeah. And it's this sense, like, bring stability to your own life first before you think about chasing your goals and dreams. Because goals and dreams ultimately have a cost. Like, you can chase your dreams, but there's no guarantees that you'll succeed. I'm not saying don't chase your dreams, because dreams and goals are what drive us to pursue change. And it's a drive, basically, yeah. It compels us to do something. You should be passionate about something. It'll help propel you forward to your next chapter, into your next stage of life. I don't know what else is gonna happen, but it is what it is. I think that's the kind of attitude I'm at now. 2 bad years in a row. Well, it just is what it is. But I shouldn't. Yeah, don't put labels on it. It's just 2025 is just gonna be 2025. At least it's coming to an end soon. 2026 is just gonna be that, 2026. And I shouldn't be trying to chase the perfect things to say in a video, but yeah. I guess some highlights. I finished a 5K. Not that I did anything particularly good with it, but, you know, it's a new chapter for me. I'm back to working in retail. It's not necessarily what I want to do, but, you know, you got to do something. You got to pay your bills somehow, and food's not going to put itself on the table, that's for sure, and a roof over your head and a retirement isn't going to fund itself. But yeah, it just is what it is. I'm pretty sure there's more lessons I could squeeze onto this video that I want to say, but don't chase perfection, because it's just gonna eat up time. And one other thing, I don't know if I add this in the video, and that is speed of action. If you can't do something efficiently on time, you should consider not doing it at all, because there's a finite amount of time you have on this world. I don't know how much time I have left on this world, but yeah, it's just, do chase your dreams, don't get me wrong on that part, but however, if it's not good, like the results are not good, and it's chewing up a lot of time, consider cutting it out. But yeah, just 2026 is just going to be that, 2026. Don't have high hopes for it, and you shouldn't. But just focus on your own life, focus on doing the best you can to make yourself a better version of yourself. Life, I noticed, is just 50% planning and 50% action. It's a good balance between the two, I notice. Like, do something about that plan. But you also at the same time have to think about it and think long and hard about it and just plan, like, how can I realistically achieve this? And that's what I've been doing, 2026 is just gonna be that. We'll see how it goes. And yeah. Anyway, hope you guys have a happy new year. And yeah. Until the next time.